Welcome amigos, today's video is a culinary journey through Azerbaijan, a land where flavors tell stories of a rich cultural heritage and centuries-old traditions. This video is going to be longer than usual since we are going to bring you a lot of delicious dishes. Use the timestamps if you want to skip directly to the food which you are interested in. So without further ado, let's begin with breakfast. The breakfast set. The Azerbaijani traditional breakfast set includes a lot of dairy products such as cheese, cream, butter etc. You will also find the freshly baked Tendir bread and tea along with the breakfast. One of my favorite of this breakfast set is to eat the bread with honey and the special cream called Yarpaq. Pomidor Yumurta. This delicious concoction of tender tomatoes and eggs cooked on their tops, called Pomidor Yumurta, is usually served for breakfast, along with some breads. The tomatoes are sautéed in butter and then eggs are added on top of the tomatoes. This dish is usually served in the cast iron skillet. Tea. Tea is the most popular drink in Azerbaijan. It is served as a warming drink in winter and a refreshing drink in summer. Tea is not only part of the daily diet, it's part of the social and cultural fabric for every Azerbaijani. Samovar, a metal container, is traditionally used to heat and boil water. Tea is often served with some jam and lemons. Kebabs. Kebabs are one of the most important part of Azerbaijani cuisine. Preparing kebabs are an integral part of Azerbaijanis during their holidays and leisurely time. Traditionally made using lamb, chicken, meat, vegetables etc. cooked over a small heat, these succulent morsels are packed full of flavors. It's a must-try for every person who is visiting Azerbaijan. Saj. Azerbaijani cuisine retains some of the old cooking methods. One dish which is always served in a special pan is saj. Saj takes its name from a flat pan or griddle over hot coals. Saj transforms different meats and vegetables into a flavorful family meal. Chicken, lamb, veal, fish, etc. is arranged in the center of the saj and is cooked over hot coals. An assortment of vegetables including slices of delicious fried eggplant, thinly sliced potatoes, tomatoes, and peppers accompany the meat. A dollop of butter and flavorful meat broth is added to the pan that melds with the vegetable juices to create a masterpiece. Dushbere. Dushbere is a traditional Azerbaijani dish consisting of meat-filled dumplings cooked in a flavorful lamb broth. The dumplings are so tiny that at least 10 of them can fit in a tablespoon. The dough for these tiny dumplings is made with flour, eggs, salt, and water. The broth is typically enriched with saffron, while the filling is made with ingredients such as ground lamb, onions, salt, and pepper. When the dumplings become tender, dushbere is ready to be consumed, preferably garnished with fresh mint on top. You will also find fried dushbere in the menu. Qutab or Azerbaijani stuffed flatbread. You will find many types of qutab in the menu. The most famous ones are meat qutab, herbs qutab and pumpkin qutab. The flatbread is stuffed with the preferred stuffing and cooked on hot iron disc. Qutab are usually eaten with yogurt or sumac. Its crispy crust outside and the juicy filling inside makes this dish a must-try while visiting Azerbaijan. Dovga. Dovga is a soup made from plain yogurt and herbs. It is often served warm in winter or chilled in summer. The ingredients of dovga can vary seasonally and regionally. The soup usually includes coriander, dill, mint, and spinach. The soup is sometimes cooked with rice, chickpeas, and meatballs. Tendir Choreyi or Tendir bread. The tendir is a traditional clay oven, used across the South Caucasus to bake the bread. The dough is slapped onto the inside walls of the hot tendir. The tendir gives the bread its traditional flavor with a hint of charcoal. Bread is one of the most important food of Azerbaijan and it is consumed throughout the day from breakfast to dinner. Shekerbura Paxlava. Shekerbura is a sweet pastry in half-moon shape, filled with ground almonds, hazelnuts, or walnuts, and sugar. The stitching and the pattern on the dough is produced using traditional tweezers called mag gash. Shekerbura and Paxlava are the iconic foods of Nowruz holiday in Azerbaijan. Paxlava is a rich dessert made of thin pastry layered with honey and chopped nuts. Paxlava has a distinctive diamond shape, which symbolizes fire. Sheki Halva. According to one of the stories, the original recipe was prepared by cooks of the Sheki Khan who loved sweet desserts and ordered to make something very sweet. As a result, the cooks prepared Sheki Halva and it became very popular in this region. Yarpaq dolma. The name of this ancient national dish originates with the Azerbaijani verb doldurmak, which means, to stuff. Dolma is a dish made by stuffing grape leaves with lamb meat, rice, onion, and herbs like mint, dill, and cilantro. They are perfect served alone or with yogurt as a dipping sauce. This dish is considered healthy as the grape leaves contains a good amount of vitamin C and it's a perfect mix of proteins and fibers. Sheki Piti. Piti is a traditional and delicious dish from the town of Sheki, in Azerbaijan. It's a mix of lamb meat, cooked with chickpeas, chestnuts and fat. Everything is cooked in a ceramic pot. Once the dish is on the table there's still work to do. The broth must be poured into a separate dish. Finally, the contents of the ceramic pot have to be mashed and mixed before you can enjoy this culinary delight. Pilav. Even using relatively simple ingredients like rice, meat, and oil, Azerbaijani pilavs are full of flavor and variation. There are a lot of different varieties of pilavs all over Azerbaijan. Rice is usually cooked separately from the rest of the ingredients, and only mixed when served. The one on the video is chicken pilav. Nar Govurma. Nar Govurma is usually cooked with lamb, pomegranates, chestnuts and onions. This combination works well, because the acidity of the pomegranate balances out the fattiness of the lamb, and second, this results in a wonderful caramelized flavor. However, it's also common to use beef or chicken and, occasionally, duck. There are many more delicious foods which we want to show you from Azerbaijan, so subscribe to the channel if you want to see a part 2 of this video. See you in the next video.